Thank you, Pradeep, for giving us all the updates. Well, to discuss elaborately on the rumblings in the Congress and the fate of the CPM and how it will take place in Tripura this time around the corner ahead of the election. We have Ratnadeep Chaudhury, Principal Correspondent Tehelka, who has been an analyst of political development in Northeastern region. Well, Ratnadeep, as we are discussing the rumblings in the Congress, we are given to understand that there can be a major problem with Congress now, because we see that there were 20 seats which were a tribal stronghold. So how do you see the dissidents being led by Pradyut and the INPT share with the Congress now?
Well, infights within Congress in Tripura is nothing new. It is an old affair. There has been infights, and the alliance between Congress and INPT. This is an old alliance. This INPT used to be is a party which is formed by leaders who were once with the Tripura Upajati Jubak Samiti, which with the Congress was in power between 1988 to 1993 in Tripura. So they had been alliance partner even in government, and for this last 20 years that the left is in power in Tripura, INPT and Congress in subsequent elections they have been partners, and every time there has been some sort of differences between the two party, the big brother Congress and the INPT, the small brother as they are called in Tripura, regarding seat sharing. I have a feeling that at the end of the day some sort of negotiation will take place once again among the leadership of INPT and Congress, and more within the leadership of Congress in Tripura. But one thing for sure, this time as well, this opposition alliance of INPT and Congress is actually losing out very crucial days ahead of hectic electioneering in terms of sorting out their infights, which I am afraid might be detrimental for this alliance in the run up to the polls.
Well, Ratnadeep, one factor which comes to my mind right now, because we have seen in the last 1 year where the Congress have been united and were trying to nail the Manik Sarkar government left, right and center. But now we see at this point that there are dissidents in the Congress camp among the tribals and the other sections there. So in such a situation, do you think that left will be able to easily sell and be in a comfortable government for the 28th time?
Well, Saidul, when you talk about a left front government in Tripura, we must understand one thing. There has been, these elections in Tripura will be keenly watched by political watchers across the country. Tripura is the only state where the left front is in power, but the left front in Tripura is very much different than the left front you find in Kerala, the left front you find in West Bengal. We must remember one thing. In 2003, when the left front, when there were elections in Tripura, it was in the backdrop of major differences growing inside the UPA-1 government, to which the left was providing an outside support on the issue of Indo-US nuclear deal. In 2008, the elections took place just after the left front got a bashing out of whatever happened in Nandigram in West Bengal, and that was a pick-up period of Mamata Banerjee actually taking away the initiative from left front in West Bengal. But both in 2003 and in 2008, these developments in Delhi, in West Bengal, which was a left ruled state, did not create much of an impact in Tripura. The left not only sailed through, it increased its seat sharing. So, first national politics, the scenario in national politics and the scenario in Tripura politics is very different. Tripura is a small state.
But Ratnadeep, do you personally think that the issues which had been raised by the Congress, like the corruption, the law and order in a very deteriorating shape in Tripura, and the murder which has taken place of a tribal youth last year, so these are the issues which the Congress had consolidated and was thinking that they will put a tough fight for CPM. Do you think that now the rumblings there within the Congress, do you think that it will be very, very easy for CPM, because it is perceived that CPM has the comfortable majority? Last time they had 146 seats, and the vote share says they have 48.01 the sharing percentage. So in such a situation, how do you overall personally see to the entire situation, and what can be expected?
Well, there are two things here. One, definitely there is anti-incumbency in Tripura. The left is in power for 20 years. Any government in power for 20 years, there would be some sort of anti-incumbency. Two is that definitely the Congress over the years, over the last 1 year, has tried to raise up issues. They had tried to take issues to the streets. So has been, even the tribal cell of the Congress, the INPT also has tried to raise up issues. But when it comes to Tripura, look at the symmetry of the seats. There are 60 seats, out of which 40 are unreserved seats. I mean, the 40 are non-tribal seats, and you have 20 tribal seats. Now, these 20 tribal seats hold the key. These 20 tribal seats are the seats where CPIM is very strong, the left front is very strong. They have, out of the 20 seats, last time they have won 19 of them. The only seat that went to the opposition combined was the seat won by the president of INPT, Bijay Rankhol. So, here lies the key to the seat of power in Tripura. If the left has to retain its bastion, it has to consolidate on its tribal vote bank. In the urban areas, if you look, the Congress has got considerable vote share. The vote share between the pro-government, the left vote, and the anti-government vote the difference would be around 3–4%. And remember, Tripura is a state where it has always seen that people have come out in large number to cast their elections. Last year, I don't remember, it was somewhere around 96 or 98%, which was the national record. So, in such a scenario, urban votes, there can be shifts in urban votes. But
well, Ratnadeep, my last question, sorry to interrupt you, but it's very, very important that we are seeing that Pradyut Dev Burma is leading the dissidents, so to say. So, do you think that he will be able to unite all the tribal leaders who have resigned en masse, and now that he is holding talks with the top leadership in the UPA at Delhi, because we understand that Sudeep Roy Burman is there in Delhi, Pradyut is there in Delhi, they are trying to hold discussion. Do you think that Pradyut has engineered this mass resignation for his vested interest, or for his personal interest, or for the interest of the tribal, which he says that it is for the interest of the tribals?
Well, rhetorics on tribal interests are always high when it comes to elections in Tripura. When it comes to Pradyut Dev Burman, I feel Congress has missed the bus, because here was one face, young face, new face in Congress in Tripura, who was acceptable both to the tribals and the non-tribal voters. Congress, among the non-tribal leaders of Congress, you have got a lot of leaders who are 5-time, 4-time MLAs, but the reality is that they don't have much acceptability among the tribal voters. Likewise, in Congress, there are a lot of tribal Congress leaders who would be contesting elections, and the leadership of INPT, including Bijay Rankhol, they might have their supporters in tribal pockets, but they don't enjoy much popularity among the non-tribal bastion.
Well, Ratnadeep, I have to cut you short. Thank you so much for giving us all the insight into the Tripura elections there. Well, it's time for a short break. Be with us for more news and updates when we come back.